So what we want to do is we want to mark it. We want to mark it right where we want to router. And I can't tell you how many people have routered and they get so excited routering, and I understand this, but they get so excited routering, they just keep going. And they router the whole blooming thing, and then they flip it over and they're like, oh. And then they come find me and they're like, what can I do? Well, when you router it, it curves the edge, right? So then if you put your piece on here, it'll have this big divot between where it's curved down there. So there's two things what you can do. One is you can sand the whole thing down about 1/8 inch and make your helicopter a little miniature helicopter, or you can just start over. So it's best to be a little excited about marking this so you know where to stop. So hopefully you'll be able to see where you are on this see from where you are on this project. But I'm going to put my side piece up here, and I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to mark it. And you can mark all the way around or just do a little part right here. Can you guys see that? So I marked the side of it. But what do we know about the router? The router just doesn't cut in one spot. It makes a curve, right? So if I router all the way down to that line, what would actually happen? It would go past it. I would actually end up curving past that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back there, and I'm going to come up about 1/4 inch, and I'm going to make that mark again. So I have two marks, one on top of each other, about 1/4 inch apart. Does it need to be very serious about 1/4 inch? No, you just need to be able to stop beforehand. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And notice how I'm just curving my pencil, or changing the angle to get that other mark about 1/4 inch up. All I did is I changed the angle so it made it a little steeper, so I marked farther up. So now I'm ready to router. The reason I did both sides is because when I put it here, I can't see those marks underneath anymore. See, I don't know where the marks are underneath. So what can I do? I can just watch the marks that are on top. So this is where it gets really complicated, and I lose a lot of students. It says push this way, and so they walk over here and they set it down and they're like, wait, I need to push that way, but I need to router this. This is a faulty one. You can't, no. What do I need to do? I need what?
Start at the end.
Start at the other end. So if I push this way, I'm going to router all the part I don't want to router. Make sure you walk over like this so you know that this is what I want to keep. I only want to router the tail. So I come here and I'm like, that's wrong. So I start on the other side of that. So I can start right here, and now I can router the whole thing. We said do corners last, right? This right here is end grain. More than likely it's going to chip on you. So there's two things I can do. One is I don't have to push it all the way up to the bearing. I can do a half cut. So if I look down right here, I can just take a little bit. Or the other is I can go really slow, and it's not going to grab it, rip it out, but it's going to leave a burn mark that I have to file off. It's kind of a nasty compromise. So I'm just going to do a little half cut first. So I'll give you a demonstration on that. What do I do before I start cutting?
Oh, safety glasses.
Put on safety glasses, but what else? That's right, I need a test piece. There we go. Got a test piece. Do I want to router this?
Yeah.
Did I show you routering this? We don't want to router this. Is this small and round? This is small and round. What do we know about things that are small and round on the router? Don't do it. They'll fly off. And you'll end up pushing your fingers in there and start doing the magic potion. So, we don't want to use that one. We want to use this one. We want to use somebody else's to do a test piece and make sure that that's at the right height. Now, thankfully he hasn't put a lot of time in this. It's just about perfect. This is going to be fun. I don't think I've ever messed one up this nice before. Does anybody else have one that's not quite so nice we can mess up? No, I'm kidding. We're going to use this piece right over here. We're going to grab a piece of scrap wood out of the scrap bin, and we're going to test with that one first. right, it's a little bit low. So it's not taking off quite as much as it could be. So if you guys aren't comfortable at readjusting the height of this, just come find me. For your first year, I'm not so worried about you readjusting it. I'll do that for you. So just come over and say, hey, Billy's project didn't turn out very well. Can you adjust it for mine? And I'll adjust it for yours. So I'm going to start right where that pencil mark is, the second pencil mark, and I'm just going to run around the whole thing, keeping my fingers on top and running around that. And what's going to happen is right at the end here, it's going to chip a little bit, so I'm going to just pull off a little bit, not cut all the way to the bearing. So you can tell that I've routed almost right up to my line. I've routed right up to my line. If it doesn't match exactly, I can use a file to finish it off because there's just a very little bit, or a piece of sandpaper to finish it off. Now I'm going to flip my helicopter over and I'm going to start on the back side and run around and do this part now. And then I'm going to use a little bit of sandpaper, a little bit of file, clean it all up, and our next demonstration is on gluing that sucker together. Did I router these? No. I did not router these. It's a big point, because if you're over here, it gets really small, and then it goes, and you're like, oh, that's going to hurt. Oh, that does hurt, and then you pass out on me. And I don't like carrying people down to the office. So pull off on these. What's going to happen is we're going to glue it on the side, and once it's glued on the side, then you have this big handle to hold on to when you router that part. So that'll be afterwards. Questions? All right, let's go to work.